Why, a crystal grid.
What do you think?
Trust your path and let your soul lead the way.
Holding space?
Holding space. Holding space. Holding space.
A return to earth and to roots.
Exploring power and the forces of creativity.
Holding energy.
Your personal treasure map. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
And how do we connect to the energy of this grid?
Be in the present moment. And be aware of your senses.
There's a simplicity to it, but a real strong and steady rootedness, which is actually then creating that change.
Yeah, it's just a bit of fun, and it just shows that at some level we are all part of it, and we are all part of each other, and it sort of draws on that idea. So that's the principle.
And I think it's because of the grid and because of what we're trying to create here, and we are sending support and resources, and we're investing so that these things come back to us. Here's the epic grid under a full moon, and the possibility for resources gained and developed.
Not only is it an affirmation, but it's our goals for the future, for what we're working on with the grid too.
Yeah.
You know, it's all weaving beautifully.
The five of us have come together to create this sanctuary, this space that can exist outside of space and time and send healing or guidance or support to us and our loved ones throughout the year. It's something special. It's a creative expression. It's an act of love. And it's very fun too.
The energetics of the earth element, that provides the key for your consciousness to change.
And have a think about what the seeds are that you want to sow for this year, and how you're going to look after them.
Om Shri Davantri Namaha. Nam Myoho Kyo Taita Om Bakans Mahabakans Ramli Samugate Soha Ramada Sasa Se Soham Om Dhanagata Pataya Namaha. Om Shri Davantri Namaha. Nam Myoho Kyo Taita Om Bakans Mahabakans Rande Samugate Soha Ramada Sasa Se Soham Om Dhanagata Pataya Namaha. Om Shri Davantri Namaha. Nam Myoho Kyo Taita Om Bakans Mahabakans Rande Samugate Soha Ramada Sasa Se Soham Om Dhanagata Pataya Namaha. Om Shri Davantri Namaha. Nam Myoho Kyo Taita Om Bakans Mahabakans Rande Samugate Soha Ramada Sasa Se Soham Om Dhanagata Pataya Namaha.
have a think about what the seeds are that you want to sow for this year and how you're going to look after them.
You have been mantraed.
Very good.
Interesting.
But actually, through this process, what is happening is there's a softening. It's actually each layer is bringing a softness and an acceptance.
Suspend your disbelief. Take a leap of faith. After all, what have you got to lose?
Okay, here's a little message from the gnomes that I'm just tapping into. So I'm just connecting with the grid tonight. As you create this grid, we will tend your dreams. As you tend this grid, we will create your dreams.
Through all the magical places, wave to the gnomes as you go past.
Hello there, it's me. Bye-bye.
Hello.
Hello, the 5. Thank you. Love you guys.
Hello, the 5.
Hello everyone.
I mean, I guess if we needed to list some of the ingredients of the grid, there would be crystals and gnomes and art supplies. But so much of the magic is in the words. It's the words that we've spoken to one another, the questions that we've asked one another about describing who we are now and what we want to build, what do we want to learn. So, sharing some of these words would be beautiful. Hello, Jasper.
So working at such a level that it's really hard to put it into words. And that's clearly part of the big magic of it all. It's like, it's actually hard to say it in physical words, but that's the feeling I'm getting. So there is a real growth through rootedness. And earth consciousness, you know, working with gnomes, whatever that might look like, different kind of meditating, being present in the body, not trying to get anywhere, just all of that. I don't know, it just feels like very, very simple, very, very simple, and then equilibrium starts to form around that. So yeah, that's what I can feel.
Is helping and supporting by reminding me to look to the future, to look to my goals, and to remember I am on a learning path or a journey.
Cultivating gratitude tills the soil of our soul.
If you knew you would be supported, what would you do?
Hold fast to your dreams. Don't give up on them. Preparation and getting your ducks in a row. Listening and stillness balanced with action. Walk tall in your awareness of who you really are and who you are becoming. You are source, and you have never been separate. Celebrate your success and also know that there is always time to rest as well. Contemplation, reflection, and serenity. What wants to come through you is an offering to your fellow man. New consciousness is afoot. How thoughts become reality. A sense of greater oneness. Deep gratitude to the year that has been, the huge shifts and positive changes that have occurred for us. Deep appreciation, thanks and love to the Source and all the beings who have made the journey of this year possible.
As the grid changes and as the movement between the different shapes, like almost just like quite kaleidoscope-like as it changes, and that in the same way as that we have these stages of healing or stages of creation in terms of how nature creates, that's what we've got with each kind of movement and sort of incarnation of the grid, is it moves you through these creation or healing cycles. Really just got a sense of that, almost like as I looked at the grid today, I wanted to add in my integration. So yeah, I'd be interested to see what you guys think, whether you have any similar reflections on what the various movements of the grid represent, and I'd love to hear your thoughts so I can learn a bit more as well. So yeah, just wanted to add that in. And yeah, thank you, Kristin, for the movements and for helping to move me, because it's definitely doing that for me. Thank you.
It's interesting how I feel compelled to tend to the grid as if it's a garden. You know, it started with the seeds of ideas, wishes, dreams, hopes, and then kind of grew, and I kept feeling compelled to ask kind of what experiences would we like to cultivate, and seeing how those started to come through in the gifts, and we would find a gift to represent hope, or a gift to represent writing, or a sense of freedom, or clearing energy and letting go of the past. And I noticed that, you know, it's a daily occurrence, more than daily, that I come and sit with the grid and look at it and tend to it. I check and see, is anything out of place? Does it feel like things need to move and change in the grid today? And something changes most every day. Sometimes it's a gift getting placed into the grid. Sometimes it's what way are the gnomes facing, where the crystals are sitting, what height everything is. And something that's been really significant this year is that it feels like it is building. People who have observed just like photos or small video clips of the grid, or if I'm talking to someone on video and I show them the grid while I'm speaking with them, this week they've been saying that the grid looks like a city. And I thought that's really interesting. It didn't feel so much like a city before. It was like a gathering or like a party. And I did notice over the time that we've had the grid go in, for me, one of the biggest things was noticing, like, okay, we're going to put in a gift that represents expressing creativity. I put that gift into the grid, and then all of a sudden, over the next day or two, I would notice a big upsurge in my personal experience of creativity. All of a sudden, I would be feeling inspired. I would get different idea, or I would want to use a different medium than I had in a long time, and just changing the flow or the ideas that are coming around in my mind. You know, is it just that it's in the front of my consciousness? I don't know, but I've certainly noticed that there's like a call and response. Something changes in the grid, and I respond to it.
Each change to the grid feels like a pulse, like it's pulsing out, and then it comes back again, and then pulses out the next shift. Sometimes it's just quite magical what comes up. Sometimes it's wisdom, seeing clearly, and understanding.
I feel the daily changes in our grid represents our evolving or our metamorphosis. Things are changing quickly, both personally and globally for all of us. We need to be resilient and strong. We need to listen, learn, and most importantly, follow spirit.
Buoyancy,
Creation or healing cycles.
And how you're going to look after them through all the magical places.
Exploring.
All of the cats have come into the room. So how are the cats weaving with the grid?
As the grid's got bigger, I've had this really fun vision of them being in a little town built just for them. They're not deliberately knocking stuff around. They're being quite careful most of the time to sit in the little spaces that are there. So it's very much the sense of them selecting where they sit. And we observed with Jasper, didn't we, that she would spend a lot of time in one particular month. When she's doing that, it really feels like she is putting her energy into the grid.
Yeah.
Like she knows that month needs some energy, needs some cat energy. Yeah, and when you think that the layout of the grid is fairly symmetrical, which means that she could potentially lie in the same shaped space or almost the same shaped space all the way round, I think it is signifying, you know, that Jasper is trying to draw our attention to, or she is working. Because that's the other side of it, is that she may just really want to lie with those crystals. But it feels more than that.
It does feel more than that. Mungo and Rumple, when it comes nighttime, they almost sit like sentinels. There's so many nighttime pictures of Mungo, like a little
wizard
guardian.
cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing, that when it gets dark, the boys seem to take on like a stewardship role with it, don't they? Like, we protect the energies at night. We it's like they're directing energy as well. If there's moonlight, when there was snow and there was a reflection, it's like they're bringing the light in, you know. Mungo's got this extraordinary energy around the grid. He just is the being who is responsible for making sure it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, like the cat statues in Egypt.
Yeah.
Like this sort of sentinel guardian energy going on.
Caireen, she spoke about how the grid now is starting to have a feel of mastery in it, and Mungo seems to be embodying that.
He is, and we all do this together. This is what we do. Rumple, I think, is really interesting because I feel as if he is doing a lot more of that this year.
Yeah.
And wanting to sit with it and take in the energies.
Yeah, I mean, when Rumple goes near the grid, often he'll sit on the outside. I suppose it's also, it's also like a clock. If you have 12 months, you have 12 hours,
Yeah.
It's in sections of 12, so you can look at it like a clock. They could be giving numerology. It could be...
Yeah. Astrology. Which house are they sitting in?
Which house are they sitting in? Yeah, that's interesting.
It could be to do with houses. Could be to do with the astrology for this year, or astrology that's going on right now, couldn't it?
Yeah.
It could be to do with what they're sitting opposite, or what they're sitting next to, or whose gift they're sitting next to.
Yeah.
Or whose merlin they're sitting next to. There's so much there that could be going on. The combination of crystals and essences and whatever it is that they're really getting a lot out of. But I mean, it does feel like they're giving as well as receiving.
Yeah.
Probably giving more than they're receiving, I would say.
It feels like an exchange, for sure. So, if that's the case, then Jasper spends her time in the 4th and 5th house. The 4th house is home, and the 5th house is creativity.
Wow. They've got that potential to play in it, haven't they, like that?
Yeah.
So then it'd be interesting to know which month Charlie would sit in, because it's the 4 of them there physically, isn't it? But it's not just 4 cats in the group. So probably anchoring energy in, drawing our attention to those months. I mean, the fact that you come in and you can say, every night Mungo sits in February. Why does he sit in February? What's he trying to draw our attention to? What are the messages? What are the cards?
Weaving. Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe it's really, really important because it is about opportunities, I mean, from my point of view, it feels like so far it's been nearly all opportunities. All this stuff just seems to come out of the blue.
Yeah.
My goodness me, it's absolutely amazing and very exciting. But that feels like that's to do with the Wheel of Fortune card.
Yep.
I would say. And the weaving is it's like old connections, isn't it? Or connections that you've made and built, and things I've done a long time ago and they've remembered.
And the Weaver card, it was like the safety, security, inspiration about weaving with community.
You said about looking down onto the grid and seeing the weaving card, the lapis sphere, the hematoid quartz tower, and the septarian heart, and how together they spoke of safety, security, weaving together in community.
Yeah.
So it's like expanding our community. Got the message.
Create your creation chamber.
Like a little submarine. Is it the Nautilus?
Yeah, it's like a little Nautilus.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over that. I got very excited then.
There is a lot going on. That is a lot of wisdom right there. Thank you. Aloha. So much love. precious delight in the now.
I am back from Florida and getting back to my morning routine of meditating and journaling while still in bed. As the sun rises, I tune into the grid and feel a sense of peace. I am home. Did someone say the gnomes look like an orchestra waiting for the director? Yes, I am hearing the most gentle music coming through. Peace as the vibrant sunrise rises over the horizon, filling the room with light and energy. I am home.
Deep peace of the running wave to you. Deep peace of the flowing air to you. Deep peace of the quiet earth to you. Deep peace of the shining star to you. Deep peace of the gentle night to you. Deep peace of the Son of Peace to you. Moon and stars pour their healing light on you. Deep peace of Christ, of Christ, of Christ, healing light of the world to you. Deep peace of Christ to you. Deep peace of the running wave to you. Deep peace of the flowing air to you. Deep peace of the quiet earth to you. Deep peace of the shining star to you. Deep peace of the gentle night to you. Deep peace of the Son of Peace to you. Moon and stars pour their healing light on you. Deep peace of Christ, of Christ, of Christ, healing light of the world to you. Deep peace of Christ to you. Deep peace of the running wave to you. Deep peace of the flowing air to you. Deep peace of the quiet earth to you. Deep peace of the shining star to you. Deep peace of the gentle night to you. Deep peace of the Son of Peace to you. Moon and stars pour their healing light on you. Deep peace of Christ, of Christ, of Christ, healing light of the world to you. Deep peace of Christ to you. Deep peace of the running wave to you. Deep peace of the flowing air to you. Deep peace of the quiet earth to you. Deep peace of the shining star to you. Deep peace of the gentle night to you. Deep peace of the Son of Peace to you. Moon and stars pour their healing light on you. Deep peace of Christ, of Christ, of Christ, healing light of the world to you. Deep peace of Christ to you. Deep peace of the running wave to you. Deep peace of the flowing air to you. Deep peace of the quiet earth to you. Deep peace of the shining star to you. Deep peace of the gentle night to you. Deep peace of the Son of Peace to you. Moon and stars pour their healing light on you. Deep peace of Christ, of Christ, of Christ, healing light of the world to you. Deep peace of Christ to you. Deep peace of the running wave to you. Deep peace of the flowing air to you. Deep peace of the quiet earth to you. Deep peace of the shining star to you. Deep peace of the gentle night to you. Deep peace of the Son of Peace to you. Moon and stars pour their healing light on you. Deep peace of Christ, of Christ, of Christ, healing light of the world to you. Deep peace of Christ to you. Deep peace of the running wave to you. Deep peace of the flowing air to you. Deep peace of the quiet earth to you. Deep peace of the shining star to you. Deep peace of the gentle night to you.
A relationship with history, the past, the present, and the future. Ask the ammonite crystal to gently walk you there and back again. Reaching down the timelines, whether it is past and historical, or future and dreams, to bring the gifts relevant to an efficient and enriching experience in the present. The ammonite and its Fibonacci curve can help us to attune to the gift of time and a new relationship with it, releasing some of our emotionally charged memories of the past and stress over the future. Experience the supporting energies that encourage you to feel into your doubts, pain, fear, and confusion now. If and when we are able to feel down the roots of feelings, there we can also find the roots of our courage, the roots of trust, and the roots of will itself. The will to be, the will to thrive. In these places, our stories become our timelines, our history, and we begin to recognize the learning path we have been walking. We recognize just how far we have come, no matter what amount of time it has taken. And now we can carry that momentum forward and feel empowered now. More than one repeating pattern from our soul paths will often come to the surface to heal, especially when we are feeling called to change. As we surrender ourselves to the idea of change itself, then we can face our fears, doubts, and emotions about the past, the present, the future, and the unknown. As we allow ourselves to relate to time and our history, even if it is uncomfortable and unfamiliar, we can learn to love ourselves there. Learning to love ourselves in the unknown and the mystery of life can cultivate a deep peace and feeling of knowing who we are. Watch and wait for that beautiful light to rise up within and shine forth as you discover a new relationship with yourself and your history and timelines. Let it shine forth as a new and relevant passion for life now.
And it was like, well, what are these for? And we couldn't really put words to it until this morning when we were jingling around.
There's a bell.
There's a bell.
Who is this woman? You know her better than yourself, except when you don't know her at all. A wind sweeping through every part of your life, rearranging even the past.
Where there is great love, there are always miracles. It takes great love and courage to excavate buried dreams. Today is the day set aside for love, a perfect occasion for going within and glancing back with affection and understanding at your real life journey so far. Once we were going to set the world on fire, remember? Today we all have our share of ashes, along with the memory of a few bright sparks to show for our efforts.
Our dreams, how did we love and lose you? It's no wonder that we'll need courage to retrace our steps.
Over the years, we've buried many a precious dream under layers of soot and rubble, layers of naivety, good intentions, relinquishment, and unforeseen circumstances. It's no wonder that we'll need courage to retrace our steps. But courage is the price that life extracts for granting peace. Pilot Amelia Earhart reminds us.
As we find our way back to our authentic selves, we'll discover buried dreams waiting patiently for us to start over again.
A wise woman once advised me not to be a would be if I could be, or a could be if I would be, just be. And while I have learned that dreams need doing as much as they need being, I have learned that the being always comes first. Today is a day for being. Be with those you love. Be kind to yourself. Be quiet and call forth the dream that you buried long ago. The ember is still glowing in your soul. See it in your mind and hold it tenderly in your heart. The dream was always running ahead of one, Anais Nin confessed. To catch up, to live for a moment in union with it, that was the miracle.
Mahabhagans Rande Samugate Soha Ramada Sasa Se Soha Om Ganagata Pataya Namaha Om Shri Ravan Shri Namaha Nam Yoho Ringe Kyo Tayatom Bakans Mahabhagans Rande Samugate Soha Om Ganagata Pataya Namaha Om Shri Ravan Shri Namaha Nam Yoho Ringe Kyo Tayatom Bakans Mahabhagans Rande Samugate Soha Om Ganagata Pataya Namaha Om Shri Ravan Shri Namaha Nam Yoho Ringe Kyo Tayatom Bakans Mahabhagans Rande Samugate Soha Om Ganagata Pataya Namaha Om Shri Ravan Shri Namaha Nam Yoho Ringe Kyo Tayatom Bakans Mahabhagans Rande Samugate Soha Ramada Sasa Se Soha Om Ganagata Pataya Namaha Om Shri Ravan Shri Namaha Nam Yoho Ringe Kyo Tayatom Bakans Mahabhagans Rande Samugate Soha Ramada Sasa Se Soha Om Ganapatapadaya Namaha. Om Shri Ravam Shri Namaha. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo Tayato Vakans Vakans Mahavakans Brahme Samudate Soha. Ramadasa Sase Soha. Om Ganapatapadaya Namaha. Om Shri Ravam Shri Namaha. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo Tayato Vakans Vakans Mahavakans Brahme Samudate Soha. Ramadasa Sase Soha. Om Ganapatapadaya Namaha. Om Shri Ravam Shri Namaha. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo Tayato Vakans Vakans Mahavakans Brahme Samudate Soha. Ramadasa Sase Soha. Om Ganapatapadaya Namaha. Om Shri Ravam Shri Namaha. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo Tayato Vakans Vakans Mahavakans Brahme Samudate Soha. Ramadasa Sase Soha. Om Ganapatapadaya Namaha. Om Shri Ravam Shri Namaha. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo Tayato Vakans Vakans Mahavakans Brahme Samudate Soha. Ramadasa Sase Soha. Om Ganapatapadaya Namaha. Om Shri Ravam Shri Namaha. So, here's an interesting question that I've been asked a few times. Why the gnomes?
Yeah, the gnomes for me, I think, bring in an earthly quality or a grounding quality.
The gnomes. So the gnomes show the way to the rich seams. I mean, that's traditionally what they would have done in the mines. It's like direct the miners to find the good places where there's like rich pickings. And I think they do that to us in terms of consciousness as well and knowledge. It's like they want us to find the rich seams, but also then to bring them into our work and share them with others.
The gnomes. I feel that the gnomes are bringing us grounding and that they're helping to ground the energies of the grid and everything that is contained within it. Interesting pause. They are connecting us to all of the elemental realms, acting as, they want to say mascots, which makes me smile. What they mean is that they are the ones that the elementals are going to connect to us through for this year, I think. So think gnome and a unicorn appears.
They seem more in tune with the garden.
Yeah.
Or the grounds around the yard.
It seems like they're very equipped with resources. They're able to find and know how to use resources in an ethical and magical way.
And if I were to say what the gnomes mean to me, I think that silence just said it. Return to coming home, a sense of coming home, a sense of coming to where I've always meant to be, a return to presence, a return to connection with all that is, to the earth, to its sacredness, and just I feel a deep honouring of what the gnomes actually do for the earth, and how committed they are to their responsibilities for the earth, and how through their commitment they encourage us into our commitment.
There's also a really lovely connection going on with the skulls in the grid. So there's a sharing of wisdom and an opening up of new channels between gnomes and the wisdom of the skulls and the wisdom of the gnomes who are bringing through so much that they know about Mother Earth and Gaia and the stars.
And they seem to have quite a network, like the gnomes are communicating with many types of beings, and the earth itself.
And the trees and the plant life.
Very much so. There's a section of the garden dedicated to the gnomes, and it has one of the tallest trees in the yard, which we felt like they were using like a radio broadcaster.
Yeah.
Oh, Hayley had said something ages ago about gnomes and riverbeds. And it's something to do with the sorting of the minerals and creating a balanced blend of minerals in a river bed, because that is what is so. The gnomes sort of snuck up on us, did they?
Yeah.
There started to be 1 gnome, 3 gnomes, 7 gnomes in the house, and they sit in the corner, and every time we look at them we smile and I feel happy.
Yeah.
And supported.
Yeah.
And the cats like them.
So the gnomes are very integral in this new earth, new age, money consciousness or exchange consciousness. So they're operating a bit like, what I was seeing was almost like switchboard operators, or like an agent that can direct and plug you into the right exchanges. So I think, for me, if I've been going around in circles with something because I've just been using the learned or the sort of 3D approach to things, and realizing there needs to be a solution that's outside the box, like I will go to and ask them, because they always have a completely different slant on it, which is much more aligned with the higher dimensional frequencies that are coming in. So it's like we're going to have to give up a whole lot of ways of the way that we work and we operate. And they're going to be the ones that show us how to do that.
I think I like working with the gnomes because they are adept at helping with things, but also they don't have to be too serious. It can be fun. It can be happy. Very good with bending time. There can be some jolliness. There's always time to rest. They see time differently. If you want to manifest something and you decide to manifest something with gnomes, you're going to have a great time.
Yeah, they do make you smile.
Because it's fun and it's funny. They've got a sense of humor.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, they seem to have a great respect and reverence for the earth and for divine oneness and unity. But they still know how to have a good time about it.
Yeah. They have a playful spirit to them.
I welcome their playful spirit.
They also told me that they elect each other for roles and jobs, so they don't elect themselves. They're asked by their contemporaries and by their kin or their tribe. Oh, we see that you have these special abilities or talents, and we would like you to take this role on, and it's seen as a great honor, and they always accept. It's like you wouldn't turn that down. And I quite like that. That was almost like a sort of older tribal customs of being asked to become the chief or being asked to become the medicine man, or, you know, seeing that you had talents that you were born with and that they were to be drawn on for the good of the whole community. So there's something in that as well, which is one of their energies and one of their guiding use of guidance.
Yeah, they're just giving them a bow. They're amazing. They're bringing me back to life. They are bringing me back to life. So yeah, that's what the gnomes bring. That's what the gnomes mean to me. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, that's really cool. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you.
There's a new consciousness. And so we started to describe what consciousness means. Help me out, Joe.
Well, it's more than a knowing, more than more like an awareness. I got that feeling of gut. More gut knowing than head knowing.
Interesting. So like body knowing.
Yeah.
It's more than a new understanding. It's like awakening into a new philosophy, new knowledge and philosophy that weave together so that you have a new vision and a new perspective, and you see things differently, and you feel things differently, and you understand things differently, like when you become awake. The difference when you look at a rock and then you learn about the metaphysical meaning of rocks, you don't look at rocks the same anymore. Or the difference of when someone is in pain or suffering, and then you take a Reiki course and someone comes to you and says they're suffering, and you don't look at it the same anymore because you feel there's something you can do. And so it's like, oh, well, there must be some sort of revolutionary new consciousness coming in for us now. Maybe that new consciousness itself is the way that we are being asked to consider the bigger picture, maturing into a new consciousness. Then we had this little pause and kind of looked around, and I said, what if some of the reason why time has been a little bit like and like kind of not able to focus and not necessarily knowing where to put our feet down or move forward, is because we're being gently brought into a new consciousness, like an amoeba being slimed.
And then I made the statement of, oh, isn't that much nicer than a big forklift bringing in a crate and dumping it on your head? That would be much more comfortable to ease into it. But we need to be aware of that, though.
Yeah, it's like the new consciousness doesn't necessarily have to be a light switch, a diploma, or a lightning strike. Yeah, perhaps the grace and ease is that it can gently and nourishingly slime in. I don't know why the slime, but it just feels like, you know, I mean, sometimes lately it feels like I'm trying to think through a fog, or even look through a fog, or speak through a fog, which, you know, there's some sort of layer between me and reality that's kind of, you know, visceral, weird, and it means that I'm in this liminal space outside of space and time, and then there's this little bit of layer, and then there's everything else. One new awareness that came about for us this week was, hey, when's the last time we did a puzzle? And stopped trying to do a bunch of to-do list stuff, even if the to-do list is 80% magic and 20% housework magic. And we hadn't been leaving that much space in the schedule for play and rest, which is kind of strange because usually we're very good at that. Perhaps this space in between this is the processing, is the integration itself. It's like absorbing.
Preparing.
Or like a bug in a chrysalis.
Forming. Yeah, because if you open up a chrysalis, it's just goo. And then all of a sudden it starts becoming something.
Maybe that's the goo. Maybe we're in the goo stage.
Yeah. Okay. Then that has a lot to do with trust and faith again.
It sure does, which is philosophy in the first place. So structures of faith, you know, then we're meant to be building structures of faith and trust, and philosophies, paradigms to live in. Yeah, and practices.
Interesting, isn't it?
Wow.
Wow.
Anything else, Joan?
My biggest thing lately has been just to be in the present. Like they say, there's nothing you can do about the past. There's nothing you can do about the future. You can only do what you can do in the next 5.
Right now.
Right now. And trust that all will be well.
All will be well. All is well. All things shall be well. All manner of things shall be well. All is well. All things shall be well. All manner of things shall be well. All is well. All things shall be well. All manner of things shall be well. All is well. All things shall be well. All manner of things shall be well. All is well. All things shall be well. All manner of things shall be well. All is well. All things shall be well. All manner of things shall be well. All is well. All things shall be well. All manner of things shall be well. All is well. All things shall be well. All manner of things shall be well. All is well. All things shall be well. All manner of things shall be well. All is well. All things shall be well. All manner of things shall be well. All is well. All things shall be well. All manner of things shall be well. All is well. All things shall be well. All manner of things shall be well. All is well. All things shall be well. All manner of things shall be well. All is well. All things shall be well. All manner of things shall be well. All is well. All things shall be well. All manner of things shall be well. All is well. All things shall be well. All manner of things shall be well. All is well. All things shall be well. All manner of things shall be well.
Sometime in your life, you will go on a journey. It will be the longest journey you have ever taken. It is the journey to find yourself. For 44 magical days, we have taken a journey while creating an epic grid. A grid to find our authentic selves. A grid to plant new seeds. A grid to manifest our future days in trust and in faith. It is with deep gratitude to all beings of light that we continue on our journey. We will make a difference in the lives of others as well as our own. We will continue to draw inspiration from the grid as we look for the goodness in life. May you also find blessings and joy in your daily lives and give thanks. Have faith in divine change and live your best life. Thank you.
Wow. 44 days of grid. I think that's a new record. We have played and found inspiration. We've inspired one another. We've asked questions of ourselves and each other. So much of the grid has been about honoring our paths and our progress, and about having plenty and generously giving back, giving to one another, giving gifts, giving time, giving consideration, appreciation, and support. This has been the best way ever to start a year, to completely immerse myself in magic and intuition and have a daily practice of playing with a grid. And I'm just so grateful to everyone who helped and participated. I'm grateful to the 5. I'm grateful to those who are willing to receive healing and gifts from this experience. And I'm grateful for the opportunity. And I'm grateful for all those cats who helped weave so much magic. I hope that this creative expression of healing energy and prayers blesses your life as much as it has blessed mine. Thank you.
It feels like a nice completion for the grid.
Through all the magical places, wave to the gnomes as you go past.
Peace.
Felicitations.
I think that's me sorted.
Thank you. Love you guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Om